Let's talk about a silent health crisis, a huge wake-up call that your body might be sending you right now. It's a cluster of conditions that can seriously multiply your risk for diabetes and heart disease. And the scary part, you can have it and not even have a clue. So today, we're going to break down metabolic syndrome and, most importantly, show you how to take back control. Okay, think about this for a second. What if that little extra weight you're carrying around your middle, or that blood pressure reading that's just a little high, what if those aren't just separate, annoying little problems? What if altogether they're your body's version of an emergency alert, screaming that big trouble, like diabetes, is right around the corner? Because that's the reality of this condition. It affects a staggering 35% of adults in the US. That's more than 1 out of every 3 people. And honestly, the most concerning part is that most of them are walking around completely unaware they even have it. So, what is this thing? It's called metabolic syndrome, and it's not one single disease. Think of it more like a supervillain team-up happening inside your body. You've got 5 potential troublemakers. Individually, they're a concern, but when 3 or more of them join forces, that's when they become truly dangerous.
So, the big question is, do you have it? Let's go through the 5 criteria right now. Think of this as your own personal checklist. See how many of these sound a little too familiar. Remember, if you check 3 or more of these boxes, that's a diagnosis.
All right, first up, and this one is central to the whole thing, a large waist circumference. We're not just talking about the fat you can pinch. We're talking about the deep, internal, visceral fat that's wrapped around your organs. The critical thing to get is that this fat isn't just sitting there. It's like an active factory, constantly pumping out inflammatory chemicals that mess with your entire system. Number 2, high triglycerides. If your lab report shows a number of 150 or higher, that's a big red flag. Triglycerides are basically fats in your blood, and when they're high, it's a clear sign your body is struggling to handle the fuel, both the fats and the sugars that you're putting into it. Your whole system is getting gummed up. Third on our checklist is having low HDL, the good cholesterol. Think of HDL particles as the garbage trucks of your bloodstream. Their job is to go around, collect all the nasty cholesterol, and get it out of there. So if your levels are too low, that's below 40 for men or 50 for women, it means the cleanup crew is short-staffed and trash starts piling up in your arteries. Criterion number 4 is high blood pressure. If your reading is 130/85 or higher, or if you're already taking medication for it, that checks this box. That constant high pressure is like a sandblaster working on the inside of your blood vessels, day in and day out, causing serious damage over time. And finally, number 5, high fasting blood sugar. If that morning blood test before you eat anything comes back at 100 or more, listen up. This is maybe the most direct warning sign of them all. It's your body basically saying, I'm losing the ability to handle sugar. You are officially on the road to type 2 diabetes. So here it is all in one place. Take a second and look at these numbers. How many checks do you have? Now, there's something else here that is absolutely critical to point out. Look at that column for South Asians. The waist measurement thresholds are way lower. That's because if you have a South Asian background, your body can develop these same problems at a much lower weight. This is a huge deal. So you might be thinking, okay, why do all these different things happen together? It seems kind of random, right? Well, it's not. There's one single problem at the very heart of it all, a root cause that kicks off a destructive, vicious cycle in your body. Let's break it down. It all begins with something called insulin resistance. Step 1, your cells start to get deaf to the hormone insulin. Insulin is supposed to unlock your cells to let sugar in for energy, but the locks get rusty. So, step 2, your pancreas senses this and starts to panic. It pumps out more and more insulin, basically shouting to get the cell's attention. For step 3, all that extra insulin floating around is a powerful fat storage signal, and its favorite place to store that fat is, you guessed it, right in your belly. And this is where the cycle gets really vicious. Step 4. That new belly fat actually releases its own inflammatory gunk that makes your cells even more resistant to insulin. So the cycle just spins faster and faster, driving up your blood pressure, your triglycerides, and your blood sugar. It's a perfect storm. Okay, now let's talk about why having 3 or more of these markers is so incredibly serious. This is what I call the danger math, and let me tell you, this isn't a situation where 1 + 1 = 2. In metabolic syndrome, the risks multiply each other. Get this. If you have metabolic syndrome, you are 5 times more likely to develop type 2 diabetes. Let that sink in for a second.
5 times. That is not a small risk. That's a giant, flashing warning sign.
And it doesn't end there. Your risk for a heart attack, a stroke, or other major cardiovascular event, that doubles. You're twice as likely. It's a brutal 1-2 punch that puts your entire system in jeopardy. And the danger just keeps expanding. Metabolic syndrome is also tightly linked to a whole bunch of other serious issues. We're talking non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS in women, sleep apnea, chronic kidney disease, even a higher risk for some cancers. It's a total body breakdown. Okay, I know that was a lot of scary news. It's a serious wake-up call. But now here comes the fantastic news. This is not a life sentence. None of this is set in stone. You can absolutely change course. Let's get into the action plan. I want you to really read this and let it sink in. This isn't just my opinion. This is the scientific consensus. Preventable and often reversible. That means the damage is not permanent. You have a window of opportunity right now to turn this entire situation around. And we have amazing proof of this. A huge study called the Diabetes Prevention Program took people who were right on the edge of getting diabetes. They gave one group the best medication, and the other group just got help with lifestyle changes. The results were mind-blowing. The lifestyle group reduced their progression to diabetes by 58%. That's nearly twice as effective as the medication. This proves without a doubt that you hold the most powerful tools for reversing this. So what's in this powerful lifestyle toolkit? It's all stuff you can do. It starts with a modest weight loss of just 5 to 10%. That alone can have a massive impact. Then add in 150 minutes of moderate activity a week. Think a brisk walk. Shift your eating to more of a Mediterranean style, lots of plants, healthy fats. And don't forget the foundations. Get good sleep, manage your stress, and of course, quit smoking and limit alcohol. Every one of these things helps your body fight back against insulin resistance. Look, I know that can feel like a lot to take on, but the journey to reversing all of this really begins with one single powerful action that you can take right now. Know your numbers. That's it. That's the starting line. You absolutely cannot change what you don't measure. Getting a clear snapshot of where you stand is the first step that gives power to every other action you take. These are the 5 numbers that tell your story. Your waist circumference, your blood pressure, your fasting glucose, your triglycerides, and your HDL. You need to know them and you need to track them. And that's why a tool like My Health Gheware can be such a game changer. It helps you see the trends over time so you can actually watch your numbers improve as you make changes. It's the proof that your hard work is paying off. So now you have the information. You know what's at stake, but you also know the path to reversal is clear and that the power is completely in your hands. This is the moment you get to decide. So my question to you is, what is the one change, just one thing, that you will commit to making today to start reversing your risk and reclaiming your health?